Hey guys, Ryan Melrose here, and well, today, as you can see, I'm a little red today. Got a little, got a little sun yesterday. Went kayaking with the family. Anyway, not the reason why I'm here today. Um, Today I'm here doing a video about creating manga and, well, creating comics in general, and basically what you can do to increase your comics popularity if you already have a series out there, and and just some of the most important factors I think that you should keep in mind when creating manga and comics, or anything really that brings your story to life. Right now, first of all, I wouldn't be too badly obsessing over getting your comic viral or is seen by as many people as possible, especially not when you start out. And I know a lot of people who start creating comics start thinking, oh, if I do this, I'm gonna get rich quick. People are gonna see where I posted. I'm gonna make a lot of ad revenue. I can then make a lot of money off merchandise, blah blah blah, and it goes on and on. And then they get very disappointed when it doesn't happen right away, and they basically give up on what they're doing. Like, I've seen some really good stories out there, especially in the webcomic world. Spastic, Webtoon, they don't get enough views from their creator's perspective, or the attention they feel they deserve, and they basically pack it in and give up too soon. And by the time your reader actually gets really into reading the comic, there's no more episodes, and they don't update anymore. And it's a bit of a disappointment, and I feel that's most likely the reason why people are too obsessed with trying to get it successful right off the bat. Five or six, 7 episodes in, maybe 7 weeks worth of work, and yeah, they more or less don't update, and give up too quickly. And when they actually get someone who is interested in the comic, who actually wants to sub to them, there's just not enough episodes there to get you into it, and a lot of them won't respond to the one person who goes, "Hey, continue to update this. This is really good." Because no, I don't know. I feel maybe they just don't want to really put the work and put the effort in. Well, it's a shame, really. So, which brings me to the point: if you're gonna create comics and manga and draw that kind of art and make those kind of products or stories, you really got to be the type that really enjoys doing it. You got to have a lot of fun doing it. If you're sitting there um, drawing it out with a pencil, then inking it traditionally um, with pen and ink, and you're really enjoying it, even even if you don't even draw the best and whatnot, if you're sitting down there, you're drawing characters that are telling a story, and you're really enjoying yourself and enjoy doing it, then in my book, you're doing it for the right reasons. You're doing it because you're enjoying it. You're keeping the fun in it, and I find that it's these creators that shine the most because they always update no matter what, even if their comic only gets one view a week, they will still update. Even if, now, I'm not saying that these people don't get bummed out when when their story doesn't get the sort of hype or reach as many people as they want it to. But at the same time, they're not really obsessed with that either. They'll update it no matter what because they love the story themselves. They love what they're doing themselves and will keep doing it. If it's to Even if it's just to find out how their own story plays out. I'm one of those, and yes, like everyone else, I do get bummed out a little bit sometimes if something I create is not getting the attention I think it deserves. And I just hope those people know you're not the only one. Over 90% of independent comic creators goes through this. I mean, to get viral off the bat, to get viral and getting a lot of ad revenue money and instant popularity, instant fans, all that. That's pretty much that's pretty much the luck of the draw. You know, that's pretty much a lucky draw, and some of those only go viral for a certain amount of time. Yeah, the guys get a lot of short term success and instant success, but after a little bit of time, there's a good chance that once that's done and these fans move on to something else, that's it. So you got to keep working on it. You got to keep improving no matter what, and like I said, you got to keep having fun with it. Otherwise, you're not going to continue it. And in terms of if you're the 90% like myself, who no matter what he does can't get his stuff to go viral, then well I'm not saying you really need to improve your marketing or start spamming your social media with links to your webcomic or to your content, because like I said, that's spam that annoys people. You might get six views. You might get 6 views a link every time you do it, and that'll definitely boost your views a little bit. But you really won't get that much, and probably not enough to generate a lot of ad revenue. Like, could you imagine sitting there just tweeting links all day, and all you got out of it was 1 cent, for example. That's a lot of effort you put in for 1 cent, and I guarantee you, endlessly tweeting like that. I know you can't. There's a limit. And it cuts you off, but you get my point. The point is, you're spending all that time doing that when you could have been drawing and updating the page for your fans who actually are waiting for it. Even those fans you have who actually don't subscribe to your account because maybe they don't have an account to that webcomic site, but they always come back and look at your update. Because remember, you would have some shy fans out there who are, like I said, aren't members of the site, don't subscribe, and probably won't leave a comment, but they're out there. Guarantee it. There's a lot of stuff I look at and I don't. Sometimes I forget to subscribe to it and leave a comment, but I always come back and look at it. And, well, I eventually do get around to subscribing to them. It's like, yeah. Just gotta remember, and plus I got my own stuff to work on as well. Which brings me to my next point. So you don't want to be spending hours and hours tweeting social media, spamming links in all your social media, when you could be spending that time drawing the next page and doing the fun bit, and really working on the story, getting your art out there. As for other ways you can market, so to speak, without spamming your social media, is take a look what other creators in your whether there are other comic creators on Twitter that share their stuff, which there are plenty of them, and as well as plenty of people in to pass themselves that'll have social media accounts. You can follow, interact with them on the thread, and if there's stuff they're doing that you really like, give them a retweet, leave them some feedback, things like that. Start trying to make friends in the webcomic community. So if you start making friends and start sharing their work around, there's a good chance they might follow you on social media. Start following you on social media. They might retweet some of your stuff, as well as anyway, it's extra people that you can share your updates with. You can you can share them some rough images of your work without really spamming to them. You can be like, hey, this is a little something I'm working on. I'm not saying leave a link to your thing in there. You don't have to. You can just send a picture saying, hey, this is something I'm working on, yada 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 yada, and you might get a bit of interaction out of that, and you're looking at theirs, and then next thing you know, you guys are sending links to each other. And as you know, when you tag someone in Twitter, when you do the whole at blah 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 username, when you write a tweet, when your tweet gets posted, it's not just in your feed, it goes to theirs as well. A lot of their followers actually see it, and it's another way to bring more people to you and build and start building up your fan base like that. And you're showing people free art, and by not posting links in those pictures all the time, you're not it doesn't look like you're trying to twist their arm and leg as much. Here, read my book, 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 read my comic, read my comic. Go. Here's a link. Click it. Go, go, go. That's annoying. It's no different when a telemarketer rings you. But I find if you send someone a picture of what you're doing without any strings attached, show them a page or something. No strings attached. No, if you want to see more, go to blah blah blah. Yeah, then you don't. There's no strings. If they ask, hey, this looks cool, where can I read more? Then naturally, then you give them the link. So the bottom line is if you're going to create manga, just remember to have fun with it. Have fun creating it. And when you get to the posting and publishing side of things, just remember to have fun in the community and interact in the webcomic community. And from there, you'll find that it'll help you build your fan base. And sometimes, and I know this bit's actually hard, but if you do get the urge going, oh, I want to see my views go up, and you start spamming your social medias again, or start wanting to, just don't. Do your best not to. It can be it can be tricky, but just do your best not to, and stick to following your fan base. Because if you tweet a bunch of stuff, like I said, it's spam, and a lot of the followers you have will actually unfollow you, and that actually hurts you. That doesn't help you. You might get a few more views for your comic the quick way, but you're gonna lose your fan base because they're spamming you. It's like, oh, this again. It's nothing new. You know what I mean? Yeah. You pretty much only want to send the link basically when you got something new to show them, or if you're sending it to someone in a tweet to tweet convo between you, and he asks you for the link of whatever comic the picture you sent comes from. Yeah, you get what I mean. That way, you're not spamming your social media all the time. You're not really spamming at all. You're just answering inquiries. I'm sorry to be rambling on for 15 minutes, guys, but I just feel this is sort of important that this information really needs to get out there because I see a lot of people on the threads just want to give up making comics because they're not getting the attention they deserve, and you know, you know we every creator, all creators, hit that point at some point, but you just got to change your method. You just got to you know remind yourself why it is you got into creating comics in the first place. What is the fun enjoyment reason that you do it, and you just need to learn how to interact with your fellow webcomic peers, and with that you can build a whole community around what you do, and this definitely does work. This definitely does work. You will get more followers on social media doing this, and more people are more likely to see your stuff. You still might not get much ad revenue, or not a lot of revenue, or no ad revenue at all. But at the very least, when people do look at your comic, there'll be legitimate views. It won't be because you forced it. It won't be because you sat there all day and night tweeting away and not working on updating the comic day in and day out. I actually ended up a month behind my comics doing that once, and boy did I annoy and piss off a lot of people. So yes, definitely don't be sitting there just tweeting link after link after link after link, and and not only does it show that you're a spammer, it really shows that you do not understand how the webcomic community works. There's a saying, no one succeeds alone. A lot of people have a team behind them. I was talking to a guy last night. He's got a team behind him. Oh, okay. He actually has a bunch of people he works on his comic. I'm still one person, but I know I can't succeed alone. Like when I want to make Dead Girls Doll or anime sometime, I'm not going to be able to do that alone. I need to find someone who can animate to the standard I want. I need voice actors, all that sort of thing. So no one succeeds alone, and drawing a comic is no different. Even if you do the art and story yourself, you're still going to need help from your fellow webcomic creators and other people to get it out there. Yeah, you know, and interacting with the webcomic community is going to really help you. Not only in terms of marketing, you can ask for advice, ask them questions about how they do their method. Like if you see a comic out there that's really well colored, and your comic at the moment you're coloring in with your basic coloring in pencils. Ask them what kind of markers are they using, what kind of colors are they using. Are they special pencils? Are they special markers? You know, you know, get the knowledge. Knowledge is power. You know, if you really like how other artists do their thing, and you want to use a bit of that in your comic, whether it's how they colored the character or you know, ask questions about it, and you know me, I'd ask a question in the form of a retweet. That way, I'm helping them as well, getting their art out there on my thread. You know what I mean? So I see a bit of artwork I like, I'll retweet saying, "That's really awesome. I love it. Hope you keep at it." I'll say encouraging things to them, and I'll I might say something like depends. Let's say this person draws a similar way that I do. You actually draw a similar way that I do, but I can't quite get the color the way you've got it. Are you using special markers or something? And you might find they'll actually write back and actually help you. They'll actually answer your question, and everyone loves it when you retweet their art, because that just means a lot more people are going to see it. All right, so anyway, we're going on to 20 minutes now. I certainly didn't expect keep to keep rambling on like this. And there are all sorts of other things you can do for your artists. Like, I've got a YouTube channel, of course, obviously, because this is where you'll be watching this video. You know, I've even from time to time do reviews for other people's comics. As a favor to them, and they've they've gone and looked at my comic from time to time, and sometimes retweet my art and things like that. So it's it's a bit of work helping your fellow peers, but it doesn't take all your time. You can do it whenever you want, and it'll definitely help you out. It's definitely a lot less effort than sitting there just tweeting link, tweeting link, tweeting link, tweeting link, tweeting link. Okay, so I hope this message has gotten through to some of yous, and I really do hope you guys keep creating stories, keep creating art, and just keep at it. And I hope to see some of your work in the future, and I hope in turn you'll want to see more of my work in the future. Hopefully, the complete Dead Girls Doll manga when that's finished. All right, well, this is Ryan.